I started my Etsy journey a little over 3 months ago now. Let's see how much money I've made in that time. So for those of you that don't know, I started an Etsy shop up a few months ago. The idea was to try and diversify my income and create another income stream away from Amazon. I tried some colouring pages, I tried some digital stickers, and then I moved on to pre-made book covers. Now, I didn't really know what to sell, so I used a tool called Everbee to do some keyword research to give me an idea of what might be a good way forward on Etsy. So if we come to Etsy, this is how Everbee works. It's a little plugin that sits here on the left-hand side. What it does is it allows you to analyse individual products. So if you want to find out why a single product is selling really well, you can click on it and find out what keywords it's ranking for and how many sales it's getting per month as well. But in order to find those hungry niches, the keyword research tool is absolutely brilliant. So a few ways to do your keyword research on Etsy is probably start off on the search tool, and I was interested in selling digital products, so I can have a little look around on that and see what's ranking. So these are more marketing tools, but you've got things like a digital planner, and then you've got things like SVGs as well. So if we come onto our keyword research tool and search for digital SVG, we can see the different types of keywords that people are searching for. So here, searching by the volume, which is the estimated amount of searches per month for that keyword, we can see the top results. So scrolling down, because they're quite generic searches at the top, we can see what some people are searching for. So you've got a digital SVG bundle, but if we keep having a look further down, we'll hopefully find some interesting niches. So here we go. We've got a digital SVG for Christmas, digital SVG flower, funny digital SVG, retro digital SVG, patterns digital SVG, heart digital SVG, and there'll be loads more when you scroll down as well. But that kind of gives you an example of how easy it is to find niches on Etsy using Everbee. And that's how I found some niches for my digital stickers. And that's also why I started selling pre-made book covers on Etsy as well, because I saw there's quite a low amount of competition and a little bit of demand. How much demand, you say? Well, let's go to my shop and find out how much I made in the first 3 months. So this is my shop on Etsy. It's called Craig's Creative Shop. So if you want to go and have a look, feel free. And this is what my shop page looks like. So you can see here on the left, I've been focusing on book covers, but I also sell some extra things like colouring pages as well. But what I've been trying to do is make sure that the images all feel consistent and that it looks like a premium shop and everything's really good quality. So here are some pre-made book covers I've made recently. But going to my shop manager, we can see behind the scenes. So these are all my listings. I've made 36 listings so far on Etsy. And in terms of the book covers, I've sold 2 so far in the last couple of months. So if we go to my stats page, we can see how the shop is growing. So at the beginning of September, I had 9 visits. October 71, November 112, and December 195. Halfway through January, we've also got 93 visits, so that might be a little less than December, which is to be expected because of the Christmas boost. But I think generally you can see a nice steady increase in visits to the shop, and that's because I keep adding products. Now in terms of the orders, I had 1 order in October, 2 in November, unfortunately none in December, and then we had 1 in January as well. So I've made 4 sales on the Etsy shop so far, a conversion rate of a little under 1%, and the revenue that I've made is a little under $38. So you can see in October I made 89 cents on a sale, and that was from one of my digital sticker sets. But then I moved to slightly higher margin products, and for each sale of those I was making about $17. So I made $17 in November, and $20 in January as well. Scrolling down, you can see how shoppers found the shop. A lot of them found it via Etsy search. Some of them found it directly, maybe through YouTube, for example. 63 found the products through Etsy ads, which is when I was trialing Etsy ads to see how those were working. But it's great to see that 58% of people found me organically on Etsy. And that is exactly what I want to try and to achieve so that I can rank organically for keywords and make sales on Etsy. So going through month by month on Etsy so far, starting in October, I made a loss of £3.56. And that's because I made 71 pence in sales, but I also spent £1 in fees and also £3 in marketing. Moving into November is when I started turning a profit on the shop, and I made £7.37. That's because of £13 odd in sales, £2.90 in fees to list my products, and then also £3 in marketing. In December, it wasn't a good month because I was trialing Etsy ads and I wanted to push those Christmas sales, which just did not work for me. So I actually made a loss of £18.70. And then coming into January of this year, I've made a profit of £13 so far for the month. So far on Etsy, in my first 3 months, I have made a loss of £1.88. It's probably not what you wanted to hear, right? But it's a journey. And when I started selling books on Amazon as well, I was making a loss at the beginning there as well. But the key thing is to keep on creating products, keep doing things right, and eventually the sales will start coming in. The one main thing that I did learn here and why I made a loss is I massively overspent on ads in December. Now, I'm not going to use ads on Etsy at all, I don't think, moving forward, unless I just want to boost a new product slightly for £1 or £2 at the beginning. But yeah, I'm not going to spend 20 quid on ads on Etsy because it just wasn't working for me for my pre-made book covers. So Etsy at the moment is pretty flat, but I do think there's a good opportunity to get to a level where I'm selling sort of $100 a month in book covers, in stickers, in colouring pages, etc. So some growing pains on Etsy to begin with, but I think we'll get there. So if you're interested in how Craig's Creative Shop does in the future, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and stay tuned for further content. Hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one.